The stones call again, and the journey is far from over. The screen is dark, only a faint whisper of wind breaking the silence. Suddenly a flash of fire, then a glimpse of storm clouds rolling over the Scottish Highlands. Voice calm, but filled with urgency, cuts through. When love defies time, nothing can stop destiny. The heartbeat of a drum begins, slow and steady. As images flicker, a sword raised high, a hand reaching for another, in the glow of the standing stones. The words Outlander the story picks up where the world left off. Jamie and Claire stand on the edge of history, their love once again tested by forces greater than themselves. The war is coming closer, louder, hungrier than ever. Every shadow carries a threat. Every whisper carries a secret. And yet, they walk forward, hand in hand, because their bond is stronger than fear. As the narrator speaks, the screen fills with sweeping shots of the Highlands. The hills roll under a gray sky, mist curling over the earth, as if hiding the future itself. Then, a sharp cut. A battlefield, smoke rising, drums pounding. The faces of men are hardened by firelight, eyes filled. With determination and sorrow, the narrator continues. This is not just another battle. This is the fight for their future, their family, and their very place in time. Claire is shown gripping her medical tools with trembling hands, standing firm even as chaos explodes around her. Jamie, blood on his face, rallies his men with the fire of a leader who refuses to bend. The stones appear again, glowing faintly, their pulls stronger than before. Time itself seems restless, pushing and pulling, twisting paths yet to come. Could they face another crossing? Could fate tear them apart once more? Unanswered in the silence, unanswered, answered. Heavy with tension, the narrator whispers, the journey back has only begun. And with it comes a storm that could change everything. The screen cuts to black. Single line burns across the darkness. The final chapter begins. Season 8 inches blaze onto the screen. The sound of a clock echoes in the distance. Tick, tick, tick. The screen fades and Claire's eyes, haunted yet unbroken, stare into the fire. She knows what time is already taken from her, and what it still threatens to steal. Around her, voices rise, soldiers preparing for war. Families holding on to hope, whispers of betrayal carried through the night air. The narrator's voice, low and steady. Every second counts. Every choice rewrites history. We see Jamie, standing alone on a ridge, the wind pushing against him as if the world itself is testing his strength. His gaze is fixed forward, sharp, unshaken. Behind him, his people wait, loyal, afraid, but ready to follow him wherever fate demands. Soft glow cuts across the frame. The standing stones. Their pull grows stronger. Claire brushes her fingers against one of them, the hum of another life calling. The screen flashes with brief visions, a child's laugh, the crack of gunfire, a tearful goodbye. Are these memories or glimpses? Of the future, the drums quicken, the images speed up. Jamie in battle, Claire running through the woods breathless, letter falling into the fire. A face half hidden in the shadows, someone new, someone dangerous. The voice returns, sharper now. The war outside is nothing, compared to the war within. The choice between love and destiny will return once again. Lightning strikes. Across the highlands, lighting up the sky. For just a moment, we see Jamie and Claire silhouetted against the storm, two figures standing against the impossible. And then darkness. The words appear on the screen, glowing like fire. Outlander. Season 8, 2025, a pause. Then, softer, almost like a secret, the end begins. The silence breaks with the clash of steel. Sparks fly. A scream cuts through the battlefield. The world of Outlander is no longer just about love. It is about survival. The narrator speaks with force. Not all who walk beside you are friends, and not all enemies come with a sword. We see faces in the firelight, loyal allies bruised, bloodied, but unshaken. Then, strangers lurking in the dark, their intentions hidden. One moment a smile, The next betrayal. Camera lingers. On a shadowy figure, their hand gripping a weapon, waiting for the perfect time to strike. The drums pound louder now, echoing like a heartbeat racing out of control. Shots fire past one another, Jamie raising his sword in a storm of chaos, Claire clutching her chest as a secret burns inside her, a child pulled away in the night. Horses tearing through the mist. The narrator lowers his voice. This season, the danger is not only on the battlefield. It hides in whispers, in secrets, in the very walls they call home. The montage quickens. Friends argue, torn apart by mistrust. A letter sealed with blood is thrust into someone's hand. A spy listens in the dark. New alliances rise, but they come at a cost. The storm grows heavier. Lightning flashes, faces blur together, battle cries shake the air. But through it all, Jamie and Claire remain at the center, fighting not only for their family, but for the truth. The screen flickers, almost like a memory unraveling. A final line echoes to change the future. Someone must be lost. Screen cuts to black. Only the sound of thunder remains. The screen is black. A single heartbeat echoes, slow, heavy, then silence. Suddenly flames burst across the frame, swallowing everything in their path. Out of the fire, we see Claire, her voice trembling but steady. We've come too far to turn back now. The music explodes. A flood of images strikes the screen like lightning, armies colliding, ships sinking into stormy seas, faces streaked. With tears and ash, every cut is faster, sharper, more relentless. Jamie's roar as he charges into battle, Claire reaching for him through smoke. The stones pulsing brighter, almost alive, almost screaming. The narrator returns, his voice thunder. Itself, love has carried them across centuries. But now, destiny demands its price. We see a dagger fall to the ground, blood dripping into the dirt, a kiss stolen in the middle of chaos. A friend collapsing, eyes fading, promise whispered in the dark. The screen shatters into pieces of the past and fragments of the future, colliding all at once. The music halts. Silence. Then a single line, whispered like a secret. One last journey. Through time, the title erupts onto the screen in fire and stone. Outlander Season 8, 2025 letters. Final image lingers. Jamie and Claire standing together, silhouetted against a storm, hands clasped, unbroken. The screen fades to black dot and in the silence, the last words appear. The end is only the beginning. The screen stays black after the title fades. Silence stretches longer than expected. Just when the audience thinks it's over, a faint wind begins to howl. The stones appear again, glowing faintly under the moonlight. But this time something is different. They hum louder, their pull darker, more urgent. A child's voice whispers, "They don't belong here." The camera glides through the mist. A shadow crosses the stones. A figure cloaked in darkness. Their face is hidden, their steps slow, deliberate. The screen flickers with distorted images, flashes of war, faces blurred, futures fractured. For a split second, we see Claire screaming, Jamie falling, and then nothing. The narrator returns, but his voice is no longer steady. It is heavy. Almost warning, time is not done with them, and neither are their enemies. The stones pulse. One final time, brighter than ever. A sharp sound like shattering glass tears through the silence. The screen cuts to black again, and then a single line burns across the darkness, whispered rather than shouted. History will not be kind. The faint echo of the Outlander theme plays in reverse, haunting and unfamiliar. Before fading out completely, the black screen lingers. A faint crackle, like old film burning, fills the silence. Slowly an image appears, not the Highlands, not the battlefield, but a modern city skyline. The hum of cars, the glow of neon lights, the rush of a world far beyond Jamie and Claire's. Time. The narrator's voice returns, softer, but edged with unease. What happens when the future remembers the past? The scene flickers, Claire's face overlaid with hospital lights. Jamie's silhouette framed against skyscrapers he should never see. The sound distorts, as if time itself is breaking apart. Clock spins too fast, hands whirling until it shatters into pieces. The whispers grow louder now, layering over each other. One voice begs, "Go back." Another warns, "Stay away." And beneath it all, a voice we do not recognize. The stones are not doors, they are traps. Suddenly, the screen cuts to a single figure standing in the glow of the stones. They look back, face hidden, before stepping into the light. The image fractures like glass, scattering into endless reflections of different worlds, different timelines. The music surges one last time, eerie, echoing, unfinished. Then silence. The words appear across the darkness. Outlander Season 8 2025, and beneath them, it's almost too faint to notice. Some futures were never meant to be. The screen glows faintly, as if the last flicker of the stones still lingers. The storm has passed, but the air is heavy, restless. A single candle burns in the dark, its flame bending as if pulled by unseen forces. The narrator speaks for the last time, his voice calm, steady, but weighted with finality, through battles and betrayals, through centuries of love and loss. Their story has led to this moment, the end of one journey, and the birth of another. We see them, Jamie and Claire, framed in soft light, hands clasped, their faces worn but unbroken. Around them, the echoes of every sacrifice, every war, every choice ripple like waves in the air. For just a breath, it feels peaceful. Then, the peace fractures. The stones blaze one last time, brighter than ever, shaking the earth. The sound of a heartbeat builds until it drowns everything else. The screen shakes, light explodes, then total black. One last line appears. Carved into the dark like stone, Outlander Season 8 2025, and just before silence falls, a whisper returns, almost too faint to hear. Time always finds you. The screen fades out. The candle goes dark.